Thank you so much for coming in to see us.
Thanks for having me.
We really, really appreciate it.
Pleasure.
So just to kick us off, why don't you tell me a little bit what your film's all about?
Hinterland is the story of two old friends, basically, Harvey and Lola, who grew up together, but for various reasons haven't seen each other for years, and they go away for the weekend to the cottage on the coast where they spent a lot of their youth, holidays and stuff. So it's a road trip movie of sorts, a kind of intimate exploration of an old friendship in a new context, really, a kind of trip of nostalgia and all that kind of stuff.
And where did the inspiration for this film come from? What kind of...
Oh, tons of things actually. Loads of different films. I've been wanting to make a road trip movie for ages, a British one, because I don't think we do it a lot for various reasons. And I was inspired by a lot of Radio 1 by Chris Pettit from the 70s, lots of Wim Wenders films. Yeah, and I just wanted to, I guess the inspiration really was that I wanted to explore two, I mean, I'm an actor really, that's kind of, I've never had any formal training as a director. So coming at it from that point of view, I really wanted to create a story that had a really intimate relationship at its heart, and that the drive of the film was a naturalistic performance from two characters. So I guess that actually was kind of the sort of centre of it. And then the rest kind of just came from that, I suppose.
Yeah, now if I understand correctly as well, you acted in it as well.
Yeah, that's right.
What was that like to try and direct, act all at the same time?
Well, essentially, I think impossible is probably the best way of putting it. Yeah, I came to it a bit late as an actor for various reasons, kind of more budgetary, logistical, and I think I just had to sort of chance my arm, really, I think, and sort of rely on sort of my abilities as an actor to pull it off. But I think being both sides of the camera obviously is impossible. So I had to rely on, brilliant DP and some good mates around me to pull it off. But yeah, it's not something I would recommend as a first film anyway. But yeah.
So obviously, other than just acting and directing in it as well, did you have any other kind of challenges through production or?
Yeah, plenty. I mean, I think when you're doing a film of that nature on such a tiny budget, you kind of have to sort of take the helm in all senses. So yeah, I ended up producing it and writing it, and yeah, it was challenge upon challenge upon challenge. I mean, filming outside without permission a lot of the time, weather, all of that kind of stuff. Locations are really important in films, especially when you're making them on a tiny budget. And I think though getting that right was problematic, but when we'd solved it, I think it worked really well. Hopefully. So yeah, I mean, filmmaking is, I think, a big list of challenges and problems that you have to overcome daily. But if you do, then hopefully you get a film at the end of it.
Yeah, and obviously having written it as well, did you find that once you were on set and working on it, did it kind of evolve at all, or did it kind of stay as...
No, it evolved hugely, yeah. And the idea actually was to rely on a lot of improvisation and a lot of workshopping. Myself and Laurie, who plays Lola in the film, and she's never acted before. We worked on the script loads, and I wrote it, and then we basically on the day we knew it inside out and threw it away, and sort of just went with what was natural and honest at the time. So a lot of it's scripted, a lot of it isn't. It kind of floats in between the two, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and is there anything in particular you hope that audiences are going to take away with them after watching the film?
I think, well, if we've done our job properly, I think it's a really honest story, and I think a really tender, beautiful, intimate story about friends, and about friends that maybe are in love. And I think if anyone should take away anything from the film, I think it's that we've all maybe been through that, or at least, have to a degree experienced it. And I think if the film manages to touch people's own experiences in that way, then that would be the thing that I hope people kind of, it resonates like that, I hope. But yeah, we'll see.
And how does it feel having your debut film at Raindance? You must be
amazing. Yeah, absolutely amazing. It's been a bit of a whirlwind year for various reasons. So yeah, to be here is wicked, and I can't wait for people to see it. And just actually to have the opportunity to have an audience, whether they like it or hate it, it's kind of irrelevant really. Just people, being able to know that people will be watching it this weekend and next week is, yeah, I mean, that's success. I think that we've done it, sort of thing, yeah.
And what's up next for you? Are you going to carry on with the directing and writing?
Yeah, a bit. I mean, I'm writing something else. Yeah, I've just been doing something for TV in America, acting in a TV show there. So that's coming out next year. And then, yeah, I mean, I think I'll always try and make stuff if I can, if I'm lucky enough to be given the opportunity to do so. Yeah. So writing another one and sort of trying to pay my rent.